I just thought I'd do a quick video update. Something that I find, I thought I was, when I was reading it, I thought, oh, it must be some kind of spelling mistake or something. They put that on in a hurry and they've spelled it wrong, or said the wrong word. Does it mean something else? And I went and read the whole thing, and it's true. It's really bizarre. Let's have a look then. It's a Sandy Peggie thing. Well, that's back on again because it's the beginning of September. So lawyers for NHS Fyfe and Sandy Peggie clash as Trans Row Tribunal returns. The two competing legal teams put forward their final case as Sandy Peggie's case against NHS Fyfe reaches its final stage. So the headline is Sandy Peggie lawyer, and then there's quote unquote, racist women have the right not to expect to undress in front of men. And when you read it, click onto it. When you read it, it's down. Sandy Peggie's lawyer by the NHS Fyfe morally repugnant. Naomi Cunningham. She claims that nurse representing the Kirkcaldy nurse claimed Miss Peggie was absolutely not a racist, despite unfortunate jokes which mocked Pakistani flood victims. So where does it say the bit about the... So Jane Russell KC by a row broke out on Monday morning before they could even start putting forward their case to Sandy Kemp, the presiding judge. Miss Peggie's lawyers were blocked from publishing Dr. Upton's birth name in legal documents. Mr. Kemp said the trans medic's dead name should not be referred to in any paper which was being made public. They're actually really pushing this. They're really pushing this. This is the law. They are actually breaking the law. The legal team, as far as I can see, or they're trying to. That's part of the law, the Gender Recognition Act. But why would you? I'm not. Why would you need to put Dr. Upton's birth name? It's different from, say, like Sandy Peggie had a different name when she was younger, which happens to a lot of people with different marriages and things like that. Why would you need? But it's different. It's a different scenario because you change your identity through a court tribunal. I don't know if Dr. Upton's actually done that. I would say no, but anyway, right. Right, let's find this. Right, here it is here. The A&E nurse sent offensive, that's Sandy Peggie. There's a funny bit in here actually. Offensive messages, friends mocking victims of floods in Pakistan that killed 1,700 people in 2022. But Miss Cunningham said NHS Fyfe's lawyers' efforts to dredge through old Facebook messages showed an extraordinary hostility. She admitted the racist posts were unattractive. But the lawyer said, this is a funny thing, I don't understand this. She said about her own, this is Sandy Peggie's lawyer, racist women have the right not to expect to undress in front of men. I just find that weird. I'd be pissed off at my lawyer. Is my lawyer insinuating that I'm a racist? Is that what that is? Or am I just looking into this weird? Okay. One unfortunate joke in a 7-year chat does not make somebody a racist. Miss Cunningham also alleged Doctor was self-assured and verging on smug. Well, it's all getting a bit petty, isn't it? It's like, what does that mean when giving evidence to trial in February? Miss Peggie alleged the doctor's conduct contrasted with claims that reference the medic as a man would risk extreme distress. There's the NHS Fyfe's KC, Jane Russell. Her counter-arguments in the afternoon, she claimed that analysis of Miss Peggie's case exposes a striking level of unreality. The claimant has been unable to produce any smoking gun. Trying to fit a square. This is the funny bit. Sandy Peggie. She is trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Oh, fuck, that's funny. It's clear that the thrust of her case is really what can only do as a gender-critical campaigning position. Miss Russell claims Miss Peggie is asking Judge Mr. Kemp to rule on whether her gender-critical beliefs are true. You do not need to do so any more than you would need to determine whether the earth was made in 7 days in a case about Christian belief, she said. Miss Russell will to make her final submissions on Tuesday. Yeah, so even her own bloody lawyer believes she's a racist. That's incredible. I'd be getting pissed off with this lawyer. Yeah, but I don't know what's going to happen with that. It's a court. It's a works. You've always got to remember it's a work. It's all blown out of proportion, but it's a work tribunal. That's what it is. What I think. But you never really know what's going to happen, do you? You can just educate a guess. But I think Sandy Peggie will end up with these radical feminists. That's where she's. I can't see how she could carry on working with the NHS. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, the taxpayer will foot the bill, of course, but I think the way I see it is she's breaking the law, and so is her actual lawyers. The Gender Recognition Act, and I think that court ruling that happened in the meantime and after this is really kind of irrelevant. It's not really making much difference. Still trans hate crime laws and legislation hasn't changed. So thanks for watching that. Bye.